So I'm sure some of you may have clicked the title of this video thinking I'm some crazy lunatic, and yes, I am a Steelers fan, but I just want to give you guys some scientific information as well as mathematics that proves that the Washington football team 100% guaranteed will win Super Bowl 56. I'm sure you all may be thinking I'm crazy, but just hear me out. The football team today, they broke their 4-game losing streak by beating the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at home. Last year, they were in the playoffs with a 7-9 record. They're looking to make the playoffs again. Last year, who did they lose to in the playoffs? The Buccaneers. At home. But this year, they beat the Buccaneers. So what does this prove to me? Well, they're not in the same division, so they're not going to play twice. So this must mean that the football team improved. So if they were a playoff caliber team last year, who's to say they're not a Super Bowl contender this year if they beat the team that they lost to in the playoffs? That just makes logical sense. So you add that together. Who are on the team? Well, you have Chase Young, who unfortunately has tore his ACL. He will not be playing. But you know what? Chase Young, he was from Ohio State. And who made the most recent college football national championship? Ohio State. And that's basically the Super Bowl of college football. Now call me crazy, but Chase Young is young. And so is the rest of the team. So that must mean that if Chase Young has success in college, then maybe he'll become Chase older and go to the NFL and have the same type of success. Now, the quarterback, Taylor Heinicke, a.k.a. Taylor Heinegoat, he's number 4, right? Take a look. How many Super Bowls do the Washington Redskins have? That's right. Not 4. But if they win another one, man, they're going to be near or at that mark. And I think Taylor Heinicke is the way to go. Now, I'm sure all of you have your doubts, but the only reason why they went on this 4-game losing streak is so people would write them off. No. This was all planned in Heinicke's head. He showed what he could do with the 3-2 start. But unfortunately, or fortunately for Taylor, it really doesn't. It just depends on the perspective that you look at it from. He lost all these games to make it look like, oh, we're just playing the football team. No. He did that intentionally. Now everyone's going to write them off, and they're going to win. They're going to go 11-6. They're going to win their last 8 games of the season. And how do I know that? Well, they play the Giants one more time. They beat the Giants. Right. And then they play the Cowboys twice, and they play the Eagles twice. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. They swept the Cowboys last year. So you add the Giants and Cowboys wins. Those are 3 more. And that puts you at 6-6 when you add it to their total record. Then you have the Eagles, right? And then the Eagles, let's just say they split 7-7, but this is the football team. They'll win their home game against the Eagles, and then they'll play the Eagles again. And just like last year in Philadelphia, they're going to win. So that puts them at 8-6. Wow. And then they only have 3 games left. 3 games left. They beat the Steelers when they were 11-0, so I can conclude that they will win these 3 games and therefore go 11-6. And considering the fact that the Cowboys have 2 losses and the football team's going to beat them twice, that's 4 losses. All they need is 2 more, and the football team wins the division, which I think is going to happen. So Taylor Heinicke, this was all calculated in his head, okay? Ron Rivera is our head coach. I like Ron Rivera. I think he's a great head coach. That helps. Dan Snyder, he's the main variable. He is a spectacular NFL owner. Absolutely incredible. And I think he's going to lead them to the promised land, okay? It doesn't matter what gender you are, what your age is. He loves everybody equally. And that's something that I think is very admirable about Dan Snyder. It's ran by a great organization, and who made the Super Bowl for the AFC the past 2 years? Patrick Mahomes. Who danced? Who, very well-known TikTok creator, danced at FedEx Field? Jackson Mahomes. Sean Taylor is going to haunt Jackson Mahomes for the rest of his life, except this is going to elevate the football team to be motivated to win their games, which they will do. They will win out in the regular season and the postseason. So you have that. They have Antonio Gibson. Who else is a very good football player who should have made a Super Bowl name, whose name also starts with Antonio? Antonio Brown. Then you have J.D. McKissick. J.D., it's an abbreviation. 2 letters. Super Bowl, if you abbreviate that, S.B., 2 letters. Coincidence? I think not. Terry McLaurin, he is a beast. He's a beast. Curtis Samuel, he's there too. Both of which are from Ohio State. And guess what? Ohio State's a national championship contender year in and year out. So all of this proves that the football team is a contender. Now, everyone's sitting here instead of talking about saying, Braden, well, the defense. Let me tell you, the defense. obviously, you have not been watching Washington football team games. The defense is amazing. They just shut out Tom Brady. And they were going with Taylor Heineke's narrative that we're going to lose 4 in a row and make people write us off. Yeah, they're going to get back to normal even without Chase Young. And heck, Chase Young might come back because Dan Snyder has all this special technology that he's cooking up so we can revive Chase Young. So there he is. So now you have your defense at full strength going up. One of the best defenses last year. They're going to be one of the best defenses, if not the best defense, the second half of this season. They are going to go to playoffs at 11-6. Heck, maybe they'll even take the 6 losses away, 17-0. Who knows? But they're going to make the playoffs go 11-6, right? So if I am correct, 11-6, if all the rest of the NFC teams fall off a cliff, should be enough to get the number 1 seed. So that's exactly what's going to happen. They're going to get the number 1 seed. So they won't have to play a wild card game, and they have home field advantage the rest of the way. So then, the football team, the Detroit Lions technically could still make the playoffs. I think they're going to play the Lions in a divisional round, and they're going to win easily against the Lions. So you go to the NFC Championship game, and then who do you play? You play your bitter rival in the Atlanta Falcons. Now, the Falcons, you beat them earlier this year. You're going to beat them again. The Falcons are going to go up 28-3. They're going to choke, and just like that, the Washington football team will be in the Super Bowl. And who are they going to play? This is such a hard decision. So as I look, the Houston Texans. Houston's is technically not eliminated from playoff contention. So therefore, the Texans are going to win out. The rest of the AFC is going to suck, and they're going to make the Super Bowl. And that's going to leave easy prey for Taylor Heinicke to sit there, snatch that W. And the football team will be Super Bowl champions, Super Bowl 56 champions. And the Washington football team will forever live in infamy. Now, you may be thinking that I'm crazy, but come back to this video in February, and you're not going to think I'm so crazy. The football team will prevail. They will always prevail. And the football team is the best of all time. I promise you that this is true. I promise. Now, all of you, today, I just want you to consider what I told you, right? Think about it. Sleep on it. And come back to this video and tell me how right I am. Because let me tell you, you're going to think I'm a genius 4 months from now. All right? That being said, everyone have a good day. Go football team. And as for me, Days of Our Steelers is coming. Love you guys.